Welcome to a vampire's journey. Between episodes, I have done a little bit to the village. I've changed this house. Well, I don't know what these are supposed to be. It was one of... Wasn't one of them. Yeah, it was one of these. These kind of buildings. And it looks like it's changed a lot over there, but it hasn't really... Well, it has, I suppose. The inside of these are 3x2. And I've tried to keep the size internally, but make it a little bit more interesting externally. And this is what I came up with. So let me deal with these guys here. Well, goodbye, and you. Yeah. Back me into a corner now. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so I've turned it into a bit of a shed, really, and it's still only it's 2x5 now, if you don't include those bits. So yeah, it's a little bit of like a storage shed for the house. And outside here we've got a few hay bales and bits and bobs, and we can get through either side. I think that looks a lot better. So we'll turn those other ones into something similar, and that should look okay, I hope. I've tidied up the outside of this a little bit, and I've gone round and tried to sort the paths out a little bit as well. So we've got steps coming up and steps going down. And you'll also probably notice I've sorted out the fields. So all the fields in the village now have dark oak around them instead of oak. And they're all fenced off. And I've tidied up if they are like this. Then this path runs across here. Goes down this way because you can get into this field here. And this one here. And yeah, planted a tree, and yeah, just tried to sort of tidy up the paths and everything else. Missed that bit out, but I don't know what's happening with this church yet, because I might just have to move this entirely because it's sunk into the ground. So I don't know what I'm doing with that as yet. There was a well sat there. I had to move that because it was not in a particularly good place. And I think that's it. Yeah, so fields and paths. Not all the paths are done. You know, there's still bits to do, but there's still houses to do as well. But sort of getting this area tidied up as we head into the village this way. So today I would like to start by trying to get this looking like something. And I'm thinking these are supposed to be like watchtowers. Because there's one there, and there's one there. I apologise if you can hear fireworks as well, because there's a lot going off this evening. A few days early, but you know, they want to do that. So yes, I'm going to turn this into like a watchtower, I think. So let me get down here. Do it this way because I noticed I was getting targeted by him. Oh. And might as well get rid of you while I'm here. Is that it? So I put a chest down and I filled it with all sorts of bits. Oh, yes, I made a normal grave. These just take chisel stone and a head, which is pretty cool. These are from Tombstone Mod, which is the mod that allows me to pick up my gravestone after I've died. But it also provides these graves. And let me get rid of this skeleton. Because over here, are you going to bother me? You might bother me, so I'll get rid of you now. And where did he go? Oh, he's there. Goodbye. Right, yes. So yeah, I've got night vision on. If I turn night vision off, it's quite dull round here. I put this grave down. Now, if I come out of bat mode, I just lose that grave now. No, it's there. Right. You can see it kind of smokes. It's got a misty effect to it. With night vision on, it doesn't look as good as it does with night vision off. So I'm going to make a graveyard, and it's going to be a dark and dingy graveyard because I think that effect is really pretty cool. I like that a lot. And there's a few different ones. We've got simple, that's the normal I've just put down, cross grave and tombstone. So yeah, I think they're pretty cool. Right, so I'm going to go sleep and then we will sort out this tower. And I will be back in a moment. Right, I've had a look at this building. I want to keep most of the buildings where they are. I don't want to move them. It's the reason why I didn't move that or do much more to it. Well, I did a lot to it, but the actual building is still where it was sat, pretty much. I'm tempted to move this one over here a little bit, but I'm also tempted to leave it where it is. In fact, I'm going to leave it where it is. Right, I'm going to start breaking this down and we will see about building it back up again, keeping the footprint here, but changing the style and the shape. So yeah, I'll get on with this for a moment and I'll see how I get on, basically. Right, that's the that's the start anyway. It's not ideal, I will have to agree. The original one had stone, cobblestone there, and I'm wondering whether to use like these maybe instead of this. Because, you know, it's supposed to be a defensive tower, a lookout tower. Ah. So, yeah, well, I hope the speed up wasn't too dizzy. You know, I hope it didn't make anybody feel too dizzy or sick. Because when I'm building like this, I do just run around and flash the camera about and stuff. And yeah, I thought, well, afterwards I thought if I'm speeding that up, it might be a bit chaotic, but hopefully not. If it is, I apologise, I won't do it again. Well, after this episode. Yes, I might use brick on this. I may even do it here also. My axe is going to die anytime soon. Oh, I just got one out of my bag. Fair enough. Right, let's have a quick look at that. I think if I'm going to do it brick, I don't want any wood like that. Whoa, a bit of lag. Yeah, I don't think I want this like this. I think if I'm going to do it brick, we'll do it brick. That was just enough. Yeah, that's not bad, I don't think. Thinking of taking this up to one more sort of room height, possibly, and then having a tower open at the top with a bit of a roof on it. Yeah, that should be okay, I think. Oops. Right, chisel, yes. Not enough cobble though. So let's go with, what do we go with? Arrayed bricks. Right, okay, so I'll carry on with this for a bit and we'll see how we get on. Right, it's not ideal, I'll have to be honest, but it's kind of what I'm going for. I'm thinking it maybe should have been the opposite way round, sort of bigger at the bottom, smaller at the top. But I may bring a part of a building out this way with a pitched roof here. I'll see. I need to do something with it because that's not particularly good. But I'm going to go with it for now, and I'm going to try and put a roof on it. Which means I need some more spruce, which I have plenty of. That should be fine. Yeah, it's very bland. But then, you know, it's just a watchtower. They're not going to be fancy, are they, really? So let's use a bit of this stuff. And I don't know how to do this roof line. I need it higher than that though, so I need the roof line, yeah, not there. I will need the roof line about that height. Seriously, it's getting light again. See if we can get a little bit of this done before the sun comes up. And then I'm thinking it's going to have to be spruce stairs. Wow, really, Java? That was nowhere even close. Right, so there and there. Can I follow this along? Yeah. Wrong way, I know, but I'll sort that out in a minute. Right, I have to be careful because, yeah, I'll have to land actually, because it will take me out of bat mode as soon as the sun comes up. I'm just wondering, in fact, let me just sleep, it's going to be easier. Yeah, I'm thinking just a peaked roof, so it goes round and just peaks on all four sides. That seems pretty straightforward. And slightly flat as well. Actually, I might do it flat. Should I have a flat roof? I don't know. Let's finish this off and see how this looks. See how we get on with this. I'm going to look and play with a bit of Evilcraft in the coming episodes. Evilcraft has a lot to offer when it comes to the use of blood with machines. I can repair my items. So, for example, I made myself a diamond pick, and I put it into the enchantment table, and I come out quite well. I was quite impressed with that. Unusing. I'm not sure what unusing is. I'm going to have to look that up. That's a part of Evilcraft. Evilcraft, when it repairs your armour or weapons or tools, it has a chance of putting a negative effect on. I believe there's a way of removing that, but you generally don't want that to happen. So yeah, I'm going to have a look into Evilcraft as we progress through the coming episodes. And I still have to get back to my brewing. There is a lot to be done there, and there is the alchemy side to it also. That is pretty bad. Not bad. It's, well, yeah, it is kind of bad. I'm wondering actually if I took that row out. Well, don't wonder, just do it and see how it looks. That's the easiest way. Let's pillar up on a bit of spruce. Can't quite reach that from here. Just wondering if I take out that and put in I had logs in there before, didn't like it. I'm wondering if that would look any better. Do I like that better? I think if that run all the way down, maybe I would. Do you know, I think I do actually. I think I prefer that. See if I can reach this from here. I can. Because what I'll do, I'll improve the outside of this building by bringing bits out, and I'll do stuff to it. It won't just stay a flat face. There will be a lot more going on. This is just getting it looking close to how I'd like it. All these sides are the same. I reach that from here. No, I cannot. I can from here though. Yeah, so do that all the way along there. Did I get that one? Yep. And then I should be able to reach this one. Like that. Yeah, I'm still not sure. Still don't know. Should I bring that all the way down? And change that? Or should I leave that? Have it like that? You know, the experimenting part is it's fun. It's, you know, it's interesting, but what about spruce actually? Spruce wouldn't be too bad, I don't think. Slightly different texture, you wouldn't tell too much. Might be okay like that. Right, I'm going to have a bit of a play with this. I'll be back in a moment. Right, I think that's about done, really. To an extent, anyway. I've put these steps on and just some fences up the side there, just to break up the plain straight shape, really. I still might bring a little bit of the building out this way with a bit of a peak. I know I said I wasn't going to change the buildings too much, but from this to this, yeah, it's quite a change, really. And if I'm considering this a watchtower, the same as that one, I'm not going to make this a watchtower. It's too close to there. So I'll turn this into like a shed for storing wheat for maybe these houses. But yeah, all in all, I don't think it's too bad. I maybe should have moved it over a little bit. But also, I'm not too worried. Not too worried about it, really. Because I like the way this overhangs the path. And the buildings are close. And, okay, this is very close, but, you know, I can still get through. It's nice, it's kind of quaint, and, yeah, it's rural. I would like to change that, though. See if I can, should be able to dig that out. Yeah, I can. Do that. Do the same here. Do that. If I'm being really picky, I would like to put wood under there, but and there. Well, I'm not going to be that picky. Where is the moon? Up there, right. Let's just do the floor. Oh, my inventory's full. Put a load of that in there. Don't need the oak on me. And let's take this out. And we will have a spruce wood floor. And do I want the door inset? Do you know I don't on this one? I'm not going to have it inset, I'm going to have it out, flat and flush to the front of the building. Right. And I also need a bit of deco craft and a few torches and lighting and stuff in here. What door do I want? I think spruce actually. I've been going with spruce through the village, so we'll stick with a spruce door. And again, don't like that. It's going to have to change. What is it? It's wood. Right, take the door off. Mind you, if I do that, then right, I'm going to get rid of that, and replace it with a dark oak and a. In fact, I'll replace it with one of them, and then we'll do one of them sidewoods. There we go. I mean, I'm being a bit petty now. I'm being going a bit overboard with this, but you know what? I'll only go back to it later and change it if I don't do it now. Is that going to look okay? That'll look fine, that's okay. Right, so we've got a ladder, we can come up here. It's just lit with torches. And then we have our top section, which we can look out over the village. And I can maybe place one of our skeletal army up here and have them look out and do various things. So, yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I kind of like this little walkway through as well, so having it that close isn't too bad. I like this little area. That looks, you know, yeah, I like it. I do like it. We'll have little pathways running through. When this house gets built up, the roof will be higher, but it will overhang. This will be quite close to here, and I'll probably bring it out to the edge of this path so it fills that whole square. Then this roof will also overhang. Yeah, and all in all, it should look quite good. Hopefully. Just let me know what you think. I don't know. It looks alright to me. I'm quite happy with it. And I've been going with the dark oak and the spruce. It's the theme for the village. Moving away from all the regular oak. So yeah, let's see if I can sleep again. Not quite. It's not quite there. We've got a few seconds yet. Yeah, I think it's coming on. Needs a bit of decoration, but I'll build it up. We'll get a few trees planted and other stuff going on around here to fill the gaps. And then all in all, should be alright. I picked up the coffin, didn't I? I shouldn't really sleep in random places, but you know, it saves me going back up to the house and down into the basement and such. So yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll leave that there for now, and then next episode may have a look again at a bit of rustic and perhaps do a little bit of evil craft. I need to start collecting blood. As you might have noticed, I've got a tank here. Now, this holds 5 buckets basically of blood, and it's full. If I put this down here, in fact, if I put it down there and shift click it, I might have to be stood on the ground to do this. And not in bat mode. There we go. Shift clicked it and it's now filled up. It's drained all the blood from there and put it into there. Auto supply enabled. Which means I can keep extracting blood from mobs. These tanks are really good and they're really cheap. You know, well, I say they're really cheap. Dark gems and iron, which is not too bad. I get a fair few dark gems and from mining. And then what you can do is you can put these tanks together in a crafting grid, and say this one's 16 buckets. If I put 2 in here, I can get a tank which will hold 32 buckets. And I can keep doing that and building up the how much this tank can hold. I can do the same with this blood extractor. If I make another 1 or 2 or 3 of these, I can put them all together in a crafting grid, and it will increase the capacity of it, which is very good. I'm getting a little bit into evil craft, and I'm collecting blood. Need a lot of blood. I think I may need to start some kind of mob farm, and to do that will also require me to get this area lit up a lot more. If I come out of night vision, the village is lit up quite nicely, which is why we don't get mob spawns, and it's still protected with the fence, but the rest of the area is still dark and still spawning mobs. So if I do create a mob farm somewhere, maybe downstairs under my house, I'm going to have to want to light all this up, or do the other thing and go out somewhere and build a mob farm right up in the sky over an ocean biome or something, and then just travel out there when I need it. But I need a lot of blood for evil craft. But anyway, that's not this episode. Yeah, we've changed the tower. The tower has gone from one of these to that, and I kind of like it. It's good. I'm happy with that. I'll do that one exactly the same. And the village is getting there slowly. So yeah, thanks for watching. I will catch you next time. See you later, guys.